Hello to all you Kingdom of Avalon players. Just like I said in my last two vids, I'm going to do a two-part about my farm and how I've got it set up. A lot of people who I talk to in my kingdom are quite amazed on how much my guys can actually farm in the time that they have earned. So obviously, daily shipment there, just collect that one. So, as I stated in my first video, I purely use my farm as a farm. I don't do much else with them, but just send them out, collect resource, bring them back, and then pretty much plunder the crap out of them when I want to. Obviously, wishing well, quite simple. Keep collecting what you want. I normally put my focus in the silver on them because silver is always hard to get. So no matter whether I'm getting iron or wood or food, I'm always using the wishing well just to collect silver. My setup is done. It's at level 16. A lot of people leave theirs at level 15. The reason why mine's a SH16, is so I can use Magic Spear, or Spire, which I've been using for ages. So, and what I did is I put a lot of focus in my dragon, only in the XP and the Guardian power. The reason for that, if I go over my dragon skills, as you can see, it's only a level 38 dragon, 20% obviously increased speed, but you can see over here on my assault, I got 12 speed because there's nothing else I can do with it, but my march is large, so I can do as big march as possible. Over here on the other side, I got that at 19, food, I'm collecting food at 92% plus speed, then the 48% on top of that again. Iron, it's at 68 plus 42, 80, etc, etc. Wood, well, I haven't really got much in the wood because I haven't had to use a lot of it until now. With Combat 2, or as I call it C2, you use a lot more wood than you would with any other research. So when you get to level 30 like I am, and you do what I do and focus on the research and building your stats up, put your focus on C2 first. I know it will cost a bit in the first one, but if you have green gems, it helps out heaps. But trust me, for like today's challenge, which is the research one, the C2 has gotten me through to level 13, which I'll do another video about later on. Anyway, so that's my dragon setup. In here, I'm just going to collect this quickly. Give me a second. Random crap, random stuff. There we go. So in my hero council, a lot of people will put it on your speed and how much you gather. But if you look at this guy here, so Dindin, star 3, so when you have to get to 80 of the frags, gives you 33% extra load. So what that means is I'll go to here in my kingdom. He's currently mining. I'm just going to return him anyway, so I can show you what I send out. So I'll take about a minute. I can gather about 100k worth of silver every 10 or 12 hours. So if you think about it in a day span, so if I get out in the morning, first thing I do is I'll do it straight away, as I send them out. So 12 hours from the morning, so there's 100k. Then I do it again at night time. So by every 24 hours, I'm bringing in about 200k worth of silver, which is really good when you think about how hard silver is to carry. Now that's only one of my marches. So I've got mine set up that one full march to the Alliance mine and one elsewhere. Reason being, my kingdom was a bit turbulent for a while there, and your troops would be just destroyed no matter where they went. So at least with the Alliance mine, they didn't die as quick. And then, so what I do now is, should be back. Can I speed them up? There we go. Get a little bit faster. There we go. 17 seconds. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to send it to an iron mine because I'm currently just collecting iron, and you'll see how much I collect, and then when the time frame goes, you can see how long it takes for him to collect that iron. So there we go. So I'm going to gather the iron. Obviously, all siege too. Siege is really good for your troop load. So I'm sending 66,600 troops. So every 12 hours I'm collecting basically 431k worth of iron. So I send that march out. Let me just find a random. Here we go. 56k. I can collect 100 if I wanted to go find 100 or an 80, sorry. But I'm just going to send here. Send them out. So my dragon will be there in about a minute. So as I also stated in my next video, which is the one about this castle here, V9, I'm going to show you what the benefits of having a labyrinth is, being and what that helps with collecting your resource. So whether you do it on your main and maybe one other farm or 2 other farms, depends on how you have them. If you really wanted to, you could have 10 farms and just focus solely on the labyrinth. But the only issue with that is you've always got to have a VIP 9 or 10 activated to allow for that quick plunder, unless you're happy to sit there for hours on end going through and going through each level individually, which I don't have that time in the mornings or in the afternoons. I prefer to play on my main castle more so than my farms. As I said, I use them straight as a farm. So just clear that one out. So I've had this one here, which is my V1, and my V2, which is over here, since the beginning. V3, it's pretty simple. It's easy. Version 1, version 2, version 3, that's how I've labeled them. There's no reason for it, I've just done that. There we go, 12 hours and 3 minutes, I will have 431k worth of iron. So that's how quick I am able to collect iron. So food, for instance, I can collect 2 million food every 12 hours. So over 24 hours is 4 million food. Now, if you think about it, I've got 10 farms, and this is why I work out how quickly I can collect. If you want to go off silver at 100k each per farm, 10 farms, 1 million per 12 hours. So on, then your food, it's 2 million for 12 hours over 10 farms, it's 20 million. So you sort of start to get the picture there and how quickly you can collect it. So yeah, it's relatively a short video, but that's how I've set them up. If you're currently 15, you want to get you guys to 16, you're struggling, let your farms help your farms to get to 16 to build your dragon up. And any questions, leave a comment. If you like it, subscribe, like the page, and we'll go from there. Bye.